Hello, everybody. I think everything's up and running. I think we are up and running on Facebook, and let's see what we got here. There we go. Nice. I just want to take a few moments this morning. I'm coming on Facebook and YouTube to answer a few questions because I think this is the best way and the fastest way to do it. About the webinar that's next Saturday, the Manifest 5K in 30 days, because these are the same questions that have come up repetitively. So I'm just going to come on here and answer all of them at one time. First off, thanks for everyone that's signed up so far. It's great. I think it's wonderful, and we're having a great response on that. Secondly, it's still going on. You can still get in right up until I'm maxing it out at 100 clients, or 100 people coming on. So if you, that's when the max comes out. I don't know if we'll hit that mark or not. Who knows? But here's a few questions that are in here. What if I already meditate? Is this going to help me at all? Yes. I think there's different forms of meditation. Just like there's different forms of yoga. You go into a yoga class and all of a sudden they're like, doing there's speed yoga, there's hot yoga, there's, I'm sure pretty soon there'll be cold yoga, but I mean, there's different positions and different things with yoga. Same with meditation. There's different ways to meditate. And I think this is going to be beneficial. This is just specifically to manifest what you want in life, manifest what you want in your business, manifesting. Okay. What if I never meditated before? Well, then this is going to be awesome to you. You will see probably the most significant change in your life if you've never meditated before. It may take you a little bit longer to break down the barriers if you've never done this before. Just think, if you've never driven a car before and you jumped in behind that car and you started to drive it, you wouldn't know how to back up. You would make a lot of mistakes along the way. You're going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning, because anything new, you feel uncomfortable right at the beginning until you go, you do this a couple of times. And that's where being repetitive and doing it as a daily regiment. And I get into that during the webinar. I'm going to explain all of that during the course. Is the site secure for my purchase? I've had a couple people ask that. I guess there's no, green light or something that's within there. Yes, the site is totally secure. It's going to take you to PayPal, which is their secured site. So once you get into once you click that you want to purchase, it takes you into PayPal, and then you're going to use whatever account you want to use. If you have a PayPal account already, no, you don't have to have a PayPal account to do it. You just go on there and you MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and Discover, I believe, are the cards that they take. Otherwise, if you have a PayPal account, you can do it through your PayPal account or do whatever, because you're going to have that option to do that. PayPal is probably the most secure and easy one that I've found to utilize. So, that's where I'm going with it. But yes, it's secure. What if I can't stay for the full 3 hours? You will benefit by what you are there. If you can stay, it's just like taking a course and going to your local office or something, or area or auditorium, and you take a half-day course. This would be a half-day course. It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours long. Will there be some bonus time? Maybe. I don't know. It just depends upon how the flow is, and it depends upon the amount of questions that I get during it. So I'm going to cover all the material that I have to go through. So if there's a lot of questions, it may take a little bit more than 3 hours, but I'm going to answer the questions at the end of each segment. So that's where the bonus comes in. Yes, there will be breaks during the other thing was, yes, there will be breaks during the 3 hours. So if you have to use the restroom, if you have to go get another glass of water, you can either listen as we go through, obviously, because you can listen to this probably on your smartphone. It's going to be through Webinar Jams. So this will be the first time I've done one through Webinar Jams. So I'm today and throughout the week, I'm doing some tests so that it goes smoothly. But it's via the internet, so you never know how that's going to happen. But you can go and you'll get breaks, 1 break per hour. I usually throw in there about a 10-minute break where people can run out. I can run out and get a glass of water too. So that's going to be in there. And the next question is, why 5K? Why $5,000? It's not necessarily in 30 days. It can be through whatever length of time. I pick 5K. It came to me while I was meditating to manifest your way to 5K. And mostly because if you break it down, 5K can mean something different to everyone. It can be, if you do 5,000 a month, it's going to be $60,000 a year. If you do 5K per quarter, maybe it's like once a quarter you want this 5K to show up. That's $20,000 extra income in your year. If you do 5K per week, that could be what it comes down to, that you're doing 5K per week. And if you do 5K per week, that's going to be $260,000 a year of income. So it all depends upon your level. It all depends upon your barriers that you have in the beginning. That's within there. And so it just depends upon that first layer. And I'll go through the 3 layers right now real quickly. So the first layer is going to be eliminate what's holding you back. And I do it within layers. And think of this as building a house. You're to build a house that's sound and that you're going to get the best out of, you have to have a nice solid foundation, and that starts with eliminating what's holding you back. And for each person, it's going to be different. It's all going to come down to doubting and different things that we are programmed. That's programmed in our soul or in our spirit at this point in time. And we have to deprogram some of that stuff. So for some people, it's going to be very quick and easy. You've already gone through that part. You've already done that. So you're going to have less barriers that you have to break down. For others, if you're new to meditating and new to manifesting, it's going to take a little bit more. That may be the biggest thing, but that's the most important thing, because that's the foundation that the rest of this is going to be built upon. Okay, so that's layer 1. Layer 2 is gain the focus and clarity of your vision. When you get concise and precise on what your vision is, that's when the magic happens. And that's going to boil down to what exactly you want. I always use, in my classes, I use the analogy of a car. You can either say, I want a new car. That could be anything. It could be an old junky car. It could be a beat up car. It could be a car that doesn't run. That's not specific enough. So we're going to really get focus and clarity on what your actual want and desire is. It could also be that you want a new car, but that's really not what you want. It could be that you desire to have an inspiring and a prosperous career that will bring you unlimited income. And out of that unlimited income, you can go and buy and sell and trade a car, right? You could have a brand new car. You could have a Mercedes versus a Ford Escort, whatever that is, whatever it is for you. And that's the thing. It's got to be something that motivates you. Maybe that Ford Escort is really, a brand new Ford Escort is really what you want and desire. That's awesome. Or for someone else, it's going to be a different car. It's going to be a BMW. It's going to be a Audi. It's going to be a Chevy, whatever it is. That's going to be but it's going to be, so your particular specific vision is yours. And that's one thing that we're gonna go through it in layer 2. We're gonna get focus and clarity on what your vision is. And then that third hour, we're gonna just practice. We're gonna practice that meditation. So I'm gonna give you the specific breakdown of how to do a manifesting meditation. And this is something that's been around for thousands of years, okay? And some people are going to take you, well, like I said before, there's different forms of meditation. This is manifesting meditation. This is, I teach specifically how the method and how to take it through on a daily routine. And then once we get through this whole seminar course, you're going to then put it to practice. And the offer that I'm putting out there during this initial viewing of it, or this initial class of it, is that then anyone that has signed up has the opportunity to write down their story, keep a journal, write down that story, and then you have the opportunity to put it within the book that's going to come out within about 60 days. After that, it's going to be a ebook. It's going to be on Amazon, and you're going to be able to have your story in. It's going to take down each one of these layers. The book evolves around each one of these layers, and you can interject your story on whichever layer resonates with you. Maybe you had a lot of difficulty with layer 1, with just getting that foundation, releasing all those things that are holding you back. Could be layer 2, that all of a sudden you had this awesome story about how you realized the clarity and the focus on what your vision really is, on what you desire in your life. Or it could be just third, the practice of doing it every day, then all of a sudden brought this about in that time frame, whether it's 30 days, whether it's whatever it is on your conscious level, okay? But we're going to dive in there. So I hope this was informative. I hope this answered a lot of your questions that you had or that were emailed into me about the course. Once again, I'll put the link below. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, I'm going to add the link below, and you can just click on that, go through and get more information. Or I'll have my contact information. If there's a question that I didn't answer here, feel free to and ask me that question. Shoot me an email and ask me that question. Otherwise, we will see you on Tuesday night and at 6:30 Central Time for the show, for the Breakthrough Success for New Entrepreneurs show. Otherwise, we will see you next Saturday for those that sign up and are ready to manifest a greater success in 2017. Otherwise, until one of those times, we'll see you later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Have fun.